Alright, so I just got Ginger a 50-gallon terrarium, and compared to her 20-gallon terrarium, it is a lot better. I can now fit these giant branches in there, and I think she looks pretty happy. There's her poop there. She just pooped. I'm going to clean that up. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave that there. But in general, I think she's been pretty happy. She's been moving around a lot, and she's been slithering all over those new branches I got her. It's giving her a good place to hide when she wants to hide from me, because I know that she still probably doesn't really like me. No, I'm kidding. Well, actually, I don't know. I guess a good sign that she kind of at least tolerates me is that she hasn't bitten me yet, and she lets me hold her, so that's a good sign. So I've had her for, I don't know, I think about at least 6, 7 months now. And so far so good. She's been good, except has been a problem with mites. I soaked her in some warm water, and they say if you see little black dots falling off, that she might have mites. And I saw some little dots when I soaked her, so I'm gonna get some mite medicine and see if that works, because she did shed again, and that was only maybe a week or two after she had already shed. So, and they say that's a sign also that she might have mites. But they say that it is a good sign if your snake has mites, because mites also love to thrive in the same exact environment that snakes do. So if your snake has mites, then that means the environment you're giving it is a good environment. I also just got her a new pooper scooper, and it's a kitty litter shovel thing, and it works really well with the Aspen. And it was also really cheap. I think it was only about a couple bucks. Here's the mite medicine I bought for her. It was only about $8. I don't know if that's cheap or expensive, but I haven't used it yet, so we'll see what happens. I don't know if I am going to use it though, because she actually stopped showing signs of mites. I think it might be because I moved her into a new terrarium. So the bedding doesn't have mites in it, it's all new. The branches are new. I did soak the rock though, so I cleaned that off. Hopefully that didn't have any mites on it, but you never know. Her water dish, I cleaned that too. I'm not sure if any mites were on that, but just to be sure. I also cleaned the terrarium before I put her in there. I think, that should be just common sense to clean the cage before you put any animal in it, just to make sure they don't get any sorts of diseases. Worst case scenario, obviously, but just in case. I had also been noticing that sometimes she sits there with her head straight up, like she's just looking at the sky, and just stays like that for a while. And yeah, I was a little concerned, so I looked that up. And some people say that it could be something called stargazing, or she could be mouth breathing, like there might be fluid built up in her lungs or something, and she's trying to breathe through her mouth. But a lot of people said that's a sign of stargazing, which is a neurological, I don't know, disorder in her brain. They say that if she's kind of swaying around or twitching, or if she's on her back and she's not able to get back on her belly, then she might have that. So I tried it. I took her out and I put her on her back, and she immediately flipped back over. So I don't think it's stargazing or any neurological disorder. I haven't seen her sway or twitch or anything, so I think that's a good sign. A lot of people also said that it was just a sign of her wanting to get out of the cage and waiting to be fed, which is possible because sometimes I don't feed her on the exact same day every week, so it's kind of a mystery sometimes when she gets her food. I do feed her once a week still, but it's not always on the same day. But I've been still feeding her frozen thawed mice. Um, I was feeding her adult mice for a while, and those were actually pretty big, and I know she can handle it. She can definitely handle it. But there was a couple times when I fed them to her, and she threw them up. So I backed it down to fuzzies and fed her 3 of those. Though sometimes it is a mystery when I feed her, because I put the food right in front of her sometimes and she doesn't eat it. She leaves it for a while. Sometimes I dangle it in front of her to make it seem like it's a live mouse or something, but she won't eat it. Then I leave for 20 minutes, come back, and it's gone. So maybe she's turned into a shy eater, but she's always been able to do it before in front of me, so I don't know. Fun fact, corn snakes got their name from the pattern on their bellies. As you can see, it's this black and white checkered pattern. It's supposed to imitate that Indian corn that's black and white. I don't even remember when you were in grade school having those Thanksgiving feasts. Well, at least I did, and we'd always have that black and white corn on the table, and I remember thinking, who eats that? That's not real corn. Well, anyway, I believe that's why they're called corn snakes, not because they eat corn or live in cornfields, which is, I think, what I thought at first. But then again, maybe they did, I'm not sure. I hear they mostly come from Florida. I'm not sure if they have cornfields there. I don't know. There's still a lot to learn about my snake. I don't know so much about her, even though I've had her for so long. I'm learning so many new things as I am just watching her. So Ginger's doing pretty well, but like I said, she's getting to be about 4 feet, I think. I still haven't measured out completely. But it almost seems like she's getting too big for her hide. Not yet, anyway. She still fits. I still see her going and fit her whole body in there somehow. But one day maybe I might get a bigger hide. I'm not sure, but for now this will do because she is getting bigger and thicker. She actually just shed again, so I think she's growing even more. I would love to get her the biggest terrarium that I could find. However, I heard that it was not that good to get snakes really big spaces because it might intimidate them or it might scare them or something because they like to kind of huddle in small spaces maybe. I'm not sure. And I think I'm just going to stick with the 50-gallon for now. I think she'll be good with that for a long time. And there's me holding her. I wanted to get a shot of her tail around my neck. I love it when she just grabs me like that. It's kind of weird, but whatever. There's my precious drinking water. I think it's just fascinating when she drinks water. I don't know why, but I guess I've never pictured a snake drinking water, and when I first saw her do it, I just couldn't look away until she was done. It was just fascinating. Here she is in front of a mirror. I wanted to see if she had any reaction towards seeing herself in a mirror, if she thought it was a different snake or something, but it just didn't seem like it fazed her at all. She's pretty mellow all the time. Nothing really phases her. Um, I've been pretty lucky with picking her up. I saw her. I didn't really even look at the other snakes. I saw her and said, you know what, I'll just go with her because she seems pretty nice. And she was. She was so used to humans already, and it was just the perfect fit. But yeah, that's all the update I have for now on Ginger. She's getting longer and fatter. I still don't know exactly how old she is. I want to say she's a young adult because I got her at this age. She might have had mites, but there seems to be no sign of them anymore. I got her a new terrarium, a 50-gallon terrarium, and she's 4 feet long, so it seems to suit her. And she really likes to burrow. Every time I put new aspen in, that's the first thing she does. And it is so adorable. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. And let me know if you have any comments or questions. Thanks!